I don't know about you, but I've never seen rocks grow naturally like this. These were placed here. Of course you do. I feel like we're getting closer, but at the same time, it really could go either way. There could be another mountain between us and the mine, if there even is one. Oh. It's almost getting to the point, energy-wise, where when we get to the peak, if there's not an end in sight, I might sadly have to turn around. If I had shelter, well, I could make shelter. I could spend the night out here. Wouldn't be the most comfortable thing in the world. But practically speaking, I'd be in a worse situation if I did spend the night. Although ironically, I do have a Jeep full of camping gear, complete with camp stove and fuel. No food, but hey, I don't need 2 legs. The next waypoint. Getting all scratched up in here, out here. Three years ago, my heart would have been giving me all sorts of issues. But after my surgery, or procedure, whatever, I haven't had a problem, which has been nice. Now, if it's trained like this for the rest of the way, we're golden. But something tells me it's not. Oh, dang it. Do you guys see what I see? I see another mountain. $70 degrees. We are at the top of this stretch, this mountain, for whatever that's worth. The tram line, as you could probably see, continues onwards and upwards. However, I believe this is the highest it goes. Here's what we're gonna do. Here's the plan. We're gonna rest here, rest up here, and then continue on up the mountain until we get to the top. We'll look over, and if I can't see the mine in a reasonable distance, we're gonna have to turn around and go home. I don't want to do that, especially where we've come so far. But I'm worried we might not have a choice. I've got food, but I don't have the water. And what's more important, I don't know that I have the energy. That was a grueling hike. It is beautiful up here. It is very beautiful up here. And don't get me wrong, I'm glad I came up. As worn out as I am, I do enjoy this. That looks like as good a spot as any. I'll rest up here, put a fresh battery in the camera, put some fresh water in my body. Got a fresh battery in it. Had to buy new ones because my others were not lasting very long. But I wanted to pause and ask you guys something. For years, I have been using a Swiss Army knife as my primary everyday carry knife. I use this one for sentimental reasons because my grandpa had one just like this. I always admired it. And I love the tools that are in this. It's got a blade. Very handy to have in a pocket knife. It's got a screwdriver, a flathead. I'd prefer one that has both, but it's got a flathead. And it's got an awl. That little pokey drill thingy for like leather. I love most of everything about that knife, except when it comes to actually accessing the blades. They are so stiff. So stiff. And what I need your help with is I've decided it's time for me to get a different knife. Now I've looked at different Swiss Army knives, and there are great ones. You know, the traditional red-handled one. I've actually got another one of those. And I like it. I like it. But it's just not quite what I'm looking for, you know? What I'm looking for in a knife is I want a blade, or I want a Phillips screwdriver, and a flathead screwdriver. Really, that's all I need. Those two things. Scissors, pliers, whatever. Those three things are really the things that I use the most. Every time I get out my knife, it's either to use the blade or the flathead screwdriver. And oftentimes I am finding myself wishing I had a Phillips screwdriver. Now I found a knife online that's got me intrigued. It's called the Leatherman Free T4, Free 4. I think it's the T4. S4, I can't remember. I can't remember. It's like 70 bucks. And it looked like it had everything I wanted. Then Gerber's got one that it's got everything I want to, and the screwdriver is actually better in it. But I just don't care for the way it looks. I don't remember what it's called. But if you guys know of a good knife that would fit in a pocket, you know, close to the size of a Swiss Army knife, that's got those 3 features to it, send me a link to it. You can find my email in the About section of my YouTube channel page. But send me an email. I'd appreciate it. I'll look into it and see if it's something that'll work for me. Anyway, back to resting and eating. Thanks, guys. Well, I am rested. I am refed. I am re-watered. So I am re-ready to get going. "79 degrees, and I ended up resting for about half an hour instead of the 20 minutes I said I was going to, but I'm okay with that. There's a bunch of that all over. I used to know the word for that, but all I can think of in my mind is malachite, and I don't think that's right. I was in a mine kind of near this area, maybe 2 years ago. Can't remember. And that stuff was all over the place, big chunks of it. You could see it all over the walls too. We started around 10 o'clock this morning, by the way, and it's now 2:45. And it's been 2.5 miles of basically more or less uphill. See, it's all over the place. And is this rusty? Is that what that is? Does that mean there's iron in it? I don't know. I bought a geology book, but I guess I'm a slow learner because I'm not learning much out of it. I tend to zigzag when I'm going up a mountain. It tends to be easier on my knees, but this isn't terribly steep right here. Looks like we've got a couple of waypoints in front of us. "72 degrees. See, I'm telling you, temperature's all over the place. There's a lot of country out here, people. So much country. I'm always amazed at just how much space there is. I mean, those of you who live in a city and have been there your whole lives, you have no idea just how much empty space there is in this country, in this world. I have been to Madagascar, South Africa, France, Mexico, Canada, Zimbabwe, Swaziland, and it's just full of empty space. It never ceases to amaze me. Alright, looks like we got a bunch of cabling just on the ground here. I mean, we still got the two in the air, but a whole pile of just cable right here. Oh, and we got a shed. This could be cool. So if we do end up stopping here, at least we'll see something besides just tram line. Oh, and there's the defunct telephone line. Yeah, this is the top, ladies and gentlemen. And we're not the first to be here either. If you look down here at these rocks, I don't know about you, but I've never seen rocks grow naturally like this. These were placed here. Someone found them and stuck them on here. So we're not the first ones up here. But who knows how long it's been since the last person was up here. This is cool. Is that coal? That looks like coal. Probably to power the winches, maybe? Speaking of power, check out these pulleys. Oh man. Still work. They just use nails here. Same with this side. That's cool. All sorts of bits and bobs on the ground here. Here's another one of those steel rods. Yeah, I think that is coal. I really do. I want to be wary of snakes, but I think we're good. Whole spool of cable there. That's fun. Look at that old box. That's cool. Hey, just kidding. More bits and bobs on the ground. This is a cool box. If there was writing on it though, it's long since gone. that is. All sorts of stuff down here, but what's this? Oh, it's the top of a bottle. That's what that is. Okay. I saw broken glass around, but that didn't look like glass. Oh, that's sad. Check this out. Wouldn't that have been a beauty to find? Hole. Looks like here's the bottom of it. That would have been cool. I'm glad we came this far, ladies and gentlemen. Whatever lies ahead, I'm glad we came this far. This was a rewarding find. There's a mess of cables in there, though. Oh, okay. Okay. Up there. That thing we saw inside in the corner. It's to hold some sort of track up there. That was cool. Now, the real question, ladies and gentlemen. Will we see a mine? Oh, no, no! I don't know if you guys can see what I can see. But just through that little window, on the other side of that valley, there's another waypoint and a hopper. But up this high, that's not it's not a mine tunnel at it, it's a mine shaft. Which means the tunnel, because surely there's got to be one, is most likely on the other side of that mountain over there. And as much as I would dearly love to get there, I have to be honest with myself that it's just not going to happen. We'll come out here a little ways. To see if there's something on the other side, but you know, I mean, just right down there. But don't hold your breath. There's something here though. Thank you, tree. I almost fell. Most likely this is just an exploratory pit. Yeah. Well, maybe. I don't know. Oh my goodness. Oh. Well, maybe we haven't struck out after all. Let me get around to the other side. And see if we can peek down this hole. See if it's something worth exploring. Nope. Doesn't go anywhere. But that might. Let me get over there, you guys. I do have the energy for that. Renewed energy, you could say. Maybe. We gotta at least go look at it though. And it continues on. My goodness. So, why was there a hopper why was there a barrel?